My beloved, there comes a moment in every life when the stillness is broken by a stirring, a call that resonates deep within the soul. This is not a passing thought or fleeting feeling. It is the undeniable voice of destiny urging you to stop, listen, and prepare. Today, I am speaking to you because that moment has arrived. The winds of change are sweeping through, bringing a sense of urgency and purpose that can no longer be ignored. Have you felt it? The quiet tug at your heart, the whisper that something greater is unfolding? Perhaps you've seen it in the world around you. In the unrest, the shifting tides, the unspoken sense that life as we know it is no longer the same. These are not random occurrences, my child. They are the signs of a personal and universal transformation, a calling that asks more of you than you have ever given. I know your struggles. I have seen the moments when doubt clouded your vision, fear gripped your heart, and hope seemed a distant memory. But what if I told you that every trial, tear, and unanswered question led you here? What if this was the turning point, the threshold of something extraordinary you were born to step into? This is not a time to turn away or to delay. It is a time to lean in, to open your heart, and to embrace the unknown. What lies ahead is not just a message, but a revelation. And what I have to share with you will change how you see and live within the world. Stay with me. Let us journey together into what this calling means, for within it lies the promise of transformation, hope, and a purpose that surpasses anything you have ever imagined. The winds are rising, and the time to act is now. Are you ready to uncover the truth that has been waiting for you? The winds are not merely a metaphor, my beloved. They are a force that signals a shift in the spiritual and physical realms. These winds carry a message, a divine invitation to awaken and prepare. They sweep through the foundations of all that is familiar, disrupting complacency and calling you to action. This is not a distant reality. It is unfolding now. Perhaps you've sensed it already. Like melody with missing notes, life feels unsettled and in complete harmony. The distractions of daily routines, the fleeting joys of material success, and the endless chase for comfort no longer satisfy the deeper longings of your heart. These feelings are not accidental. They are the stirrings of something greater, a summons to align your spirit with what truly matters. The urgency cannot be overstated. This is not a season to postpone decisions or to linger in the comforts of the past. What lies ahead will challenge even the strongest among us, and only those who are prepared, spiritually attuned and unwavering, will navigate it with peace. It is time to pause, reflect, and ask yourself, am I ready for what is coming? My child, I am here to guide you through this preparation. You are not being asked to face the winds alone. My presence is constant, my strength is unyielding, and my love for you is unending. But I need your attention, your focus. The distractions of this world, the noise of fleeting pleasures, and the false promises of security are all vying for your heart. You must choose to turn away from them and listen to my voice. Let this moment be your beginning. As the winds of change grow more vigorous, let them carry away your fears, doubts, and attachment to what is temporary. Let a new resolve take root in their place, a resolve to trust, prepare, and rise above this world's chaos. I am not calling you to survival. I am calling you to transformation. This is not a general message. It is for you. I am speaking directly to yours among billions of hearts beating on this earth. You are not here by coincidence or reading these words by chance. Every moment of your life, every trial you have endured, every moment of joy and sorrow has led to this very call. The time for hesitation has passed. You are standing at the edge of an incredible journey that requires courage and faith like never before. But fear not, for I have been with you from the beginning. I have walked you through the darkest valleys and celebrated with you on the mountaintops. My presence has been your constant companion, even when you were unaware. What I am asking of you now is not small. It is a bold, life-altering decision to step away from the distractions of this world and into a divine purpose. This calling is not easy, and it will require you to let go of certain comforts, relationships, or ambitions that have tethered you to the fleeting. But what you will gain in return is immeasurable. You were created for something extraordinary, something eternal. The world may pull at you with its promises of success, material gain, and fleeting pleasures, but these are illusions. They rust, fade, and crumble with time. What I offer you is unshakable, a life rooted in truth, guided by my spirit, and filled with peace that surpasses understanding. The days ahead will not be like the days you have known. The world is shifting, and with that shift comes a responsibility to rise above. You are not being called to blend in, but to stand out, to be a beacon of hope and a vessel of truth. This is your moment to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. Look at your life, my child. What holds you back? What weighs on your heart and keeps you from walking in complete freedom? Is it fear of failure? The need for approval? The comfort of routine? These are chains, no matter how golden they may appear. And I am here to break them if only you will let me. Take this call seriously. The world is waiting, and your obedience matters more than you realize. Each step you take in faith reverberates far beyond what you can see. Lives will be touched, hearts will be healed, and the seeds you plant today will bear eternal fruit. This is not just about you, but about a purpose greater than yourself. It is about stepping into a role only you can fulfill, a chapter in a story unfolding since the dawn of creation. You are here for a reason now unfolding before your eyes. Prepare yourself, my beloved. The winds are blowing, and the call has been made. Will you answer? Will you step forward into the unknown, trusting that my hand will guide you every step? This is your time. This is your calling, and I am with you, always. Open your eyes, my child, and see what unfolds around you. The world is not as it was. The very fabric of existence is trembling with signs of change. The earth groans under the weight of brokenness, its beauty marred by the consequences of humanity's choices. The skies carry warning whispers, and nature echoes this hour's urgency. These are not coincidences. They are signals that call you to pay attention. Do you feel the weight in the air, the unshakable sense that something is shifting? Look closer. The systems of this world, which once seemed so sturdy, are showing cracks. Nations are restless, hearts are growing colder, and people everywhere are searching, desperately seeking meaning in things that cannot satisfy. The signs are not meant to bring fear, but to awaken your vigilance. You have been chosen to see these signs for what they are, a call to rise above the chaos. While others may cling to what is crumbling, you must stand firm on a foundation that cannot be shaken. You are unlike the masses who walk in darkness, unaware of the truth. You are a child of the light, and with that light comes a responsibility to illuminate the path for others. But to rise, you must first let go. You must release the attachments that anchor you to the temporary, the fleeting, and the fragile. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Is it fear of the unknown? Is it comfort in the familiar? No matter how safe they may feel, these things will not sustain you in the days ahead. The time has come to loosen your grip and trust me completely. I know the thought of letting go is daunting. Saying farewell to what you have known can feel like losing a part of yourself. But understand this. I am not asking you to abandon what is good. Please release what is lesser to receive what is more excellent. The treasures of this world may glitter, but they are fleeting. My treasures are eternal, unchanging, and far beyond your heart's imagination. Do not fear the signs, my beloved. Let them remind you that the hour is near and that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. You are not called merely to survive these times, but to rise above them. The storms may rage, but you will stand firm, for your foundation is in me. You are not alone in this. I am with you, guiding every step, every decision, and every moment of this journey. Remember who you are, my child. You are not defined by the fleeting roles and labels this world assigns you. You are not your career, your achievements, or your possessions. You are not the sum of your failures or your past mistakes. You are mine, fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted purposefully and destined for eternity. You are more than a citizen of this earth. You are a citizen of my kingdom. Your true home is not in the things you see around you, but in the eternal realm where I dwell. With all its distractions and illusions, this world is a temporary place. You were created for so much more. Have you felt the pull in your spirit, that quiet longing for something greater? That is the truth of your identity calling out to you. You were not made to exist simply. You were made to thrive, to walk in purpose, and to live a life that reflects my glory. The dreams you have buried and the hopes you thought were lost were planted in your heart for a reason. I am calling you to awaken to them, to step into the destiny I have prepared for you. But destiny requires a choice. Will you cling to what is familiar, or trust me to lead you into the unknown? Will you hold tightly to the fleeting comforts of this world, or will you release them to embrace the eternal? The path of destiny is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The time has come to step into the fullness of who you are. You are not called to mediocrity, merely to get by or to live a routine life. You are called to soar, to rise on the wings of faith, walk boldly, and shine as a light in the darkness. There is no room for hesitation. The days ahead will challenge you, but they will also refine you. You have been equipped for this moment. I have placed within you gifts, talents, and a strength that comes not from yourself but from me. You will not be shaken when the winds of change blow, for your identity is rooted in me. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let the opinions of others dictate your path. You are not here by accident. You were chosen, loved, and set apart for this time. The world may not understand your calling, and some question your choices. But remember, you are living for something far more significant than their approval. You are living for my kingdom. There is no greater purpose. Step forward with confidence, my child. Embrace your identity as my beloved and your destiny as a light in this world. The time is now. The call is clear, and you are ready to rise. My child, the path before you cannot be walked with divided loyalties. It is a journey that demands your whole heart, undivided and unwavering. You have felt the gentle whispers in your spirit, haven't you? The quiet urging to lay down the burdens you've been carrying, to release the desires that have tethered you to the fleeting. This is the moment to surrender, not partially, not hesitantly, but thoroughly. I am not asking for fragments of your life or scattered moments of devotion. I am asking for all of you. Your heart, thoughts, dreams, and fears make you who you are. You see, the life I have prepared for you cannot coexist with the chains of this world. Fear, doubt, and pursuing temporary pleasures will only weigh you down. You must lay them all at my feet to step into the freedom I offer. This surrender is not a loss but a gain. The desires you have clung to, the fears you have allowed to shape your choices, are like shadows, insubstantial compared to the light of what I have in store for you. But surrender requires trust. Do you trust me enough to let go? Do you believe that I am good and that my plans for you are not to harm you but to give you hope and a future? You may feel hesitant, and that is natural. The unknown can be frightening, and the world often tells you to hold tightly to what you have. But I promise you, my child, that what I am calling you to release is nothing compared to what I will give you in return. The peace, joy, and purpose from surrendering fully to me will far surpass anything this world offers. This surrender is not just about letting go of possessions or ambitions. It is about letting go of control. It is about trusting me with your life, even when you don't understand the path ahead. It is about saying, "Not my will, but yours be done." And in that surrender, you will find freedom. Your heart was not made to carry the burdens it bears. Release them to me, and I will have them for you. Your spirit was not made to be chained by fear. Let me break those chains and replace them with courage and strength. Your soul was not made to be weighed down by the fleeting. It was made to soar in the eternal. The time is now, my beloved. Will you surrender? Will you release your grip on what is holding you back and step fully into the life I have prepared for you? The choice is yours, but I urge you, do not wait. Let go, and let me lead you into the fullness of your destiny. As you surrender, a farewell is necessary. a goodbye to the old ways, the old patterns, and the old self that no longer serves you. This is not a loss to mourn, but a shedding of what has held you back. Like a caterpillar leaving its cocoon, you are being transformed into something far more significant than you ever imagined. The habits that have dulled your spirit, the fears that have paralyzed your heart, and the distractions that have pulled you away from my voice must all be released. You cannot carry the weight of the past into the future I have for you. It is time to say goodbye. This farewell is not easy. The things you are letting go of may feel familiar, even comforting, but they are not what you were created for. The comfort of routine, the security of the known, and the allure of earthly success may seem stable, but they are fleeting. They are like sand slipping through your fingers, unable to sustain you when the storms of life come. Do not fear this goodbye, my beloved. For every door that closes, I am opening another that leads to a life of greater purpose, joy, and peace. You are not losing what is valuable. You are releasing what is temporary to embrace what is eternal. The newness I am calling you into is not just a change in circumstances, but a transformation of your very being. You are stepping into a life where my presence guides every step. My peace fills every corner of your heart, and my purpose directs your every decision. But you must let go of the old to step into the new. You must trust that what lies ahead is more significant than anything you leave behind. You must believe that the life I have planned for you is worth every sacrifice. Think of the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. I called them to leave behind the slavery of Egypt, not to wander, but to enter the promised land. Yet many of them longed for the familiarity of the past, even though it was a place of bondage. Do not let the familiarity of your old ways keep you from stepping into the freedom I offer. This is your promised land, my child. It is a life filled with purpose, where your heart beats in rhythm with mine. It is a life where the things of this world grow dim in the light of my glory and grace. It is a life of freedom, joy, and love that cannot be shaken. So say farewell to the old. Release it with gratitude for the lessons it taught you, but do not cling to it. Step forward into the newness I am offering you, and trust that I am with you every step of the way. What awaits you is far greater than anything you could ever leave behind. The time is now, my beloved. Embrace the new, and let me lead you into the fullness of life. You are ready. Step into your destiny, and watch as I transform everything for your good and my glory. As you prepare to step forward into this new chapter, my beloved, I must remind you that the journey ahead is not one of ease but of purpose. The path I have laid before you is narrow, and it will require a heart attuned to my voice, a spirit strengthened by my presence, and a mind focused on the eternal. This is not a time for distraction or hesitation. It is a time for readiness, preparation, and unwavering trust in the one who guides you. The storms of this world are inevitable. The winds may howl, the waves may crash, and the ground beneath you may tremble. But you, my child, will not be shaken. Your strength comes not from what is around you, but from who resides within you. I have placed my spirit in you, a counselor and guide who will lead you into all truth. Listen for his voice, and you will never lose your way. You must lay aside every weight hindering you to prepare for this journey. Examine your heart, my dear one. What burdens are you carrying that I have already asked you to release? Is it fear of failure, the desire for approval, or the pain of past wounds? These burdens are not yours to bear. Lay them at my feet, and I will replace them with peace, strength, and a renewed sense of purpose. You must also arm yourself with the tools I have given you. My word is your sword. My promise is your shield. Spend time with me daily, listening, learning, and letting my truth saturate your heart. Prayer is your lifeline, a direct connection to the one who knows the path before you. Do not neglect it, for in prayer, you will find clarity, wisdom, and strength for the journey. This journey is not one in which you will walk alone. I am with you, guiding every step, but I am also placing people around you, fellow travelers on this path who will encourage you, challenge you, and walk beside you. Community is essential, my child. Do not isolate yourself. You were never meant to journey in solitude. The challenges you will face are not meant to defeat you, but to refine you. Like gold in the fire, your faith will be tested and purified. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger, to draw closer to me, and to witness my power at work in your life. Trust me in this process, even when it is difficult, for I am shaping you into the person I created you to be. The time to prepare is now. The distractions of this world will try to pull you away, but you must remain steadfast. Keep your eyes on me, your heart aligned with my will, and your spirit grounded in my truth. You are not just preparing for a journey, but for transformation. As you take your first steps on this journey, know that you are entering a realm far more significant than you can see. The world around you, with all its chaos and confusion, is not the ultimate reality. What lies ahead is a kingdom unseen by human eyes, but more accurate and eternal than anything this earth can offer. This is the greater reality of transformation, stepping into a life shaped by the infinite, not the temporal. Transformation is not simply about changing your circumstances. It is about becoming. It is about shedding the old ways of thinking, living, believing, and stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. You are not merely adapting to the changes around you. You are being remade, renewed, and reshaped into my image. This transformation begins within. It starts with your heart, aligning your desires with mine, letting go of selfish ambitions, and embracing my purpose for you. It continues with your mind, renewing your thoughts with my truth, casting out lies, and learning to see the world through my eyes. And it manifests in your actions, living in love, walking in faith, and being a light in the darkness. As you walk this path of transformation, you will begin to see life differently. The things that once seemed so important will fade in significance. The treasures of this world will lose their luster, and your heart will yearn for the things of my kingdom. The temporary will no longer hold your attention. Your eyes will be fixed on the eternal. But transformation is not without cost. To become who you are meant to be, you must leave behind who you were. The old self, with its doubts, fears, and insecurities, must be laid to rest. This is not a loss but a release, a letting go of the chains that have bound you so you can enter the freedom of a new life. Do not fear this process, my child. It may be uncomfortable at times, but it is necessary. Like a seed buried in the soil, you must be willing to let go of what you are to grow into what you are meant to become. Trust me in this process. I am the gardener, loving your soul with care and intention. The world may not understand this transformation. They may look at you and wonder why you are different and why you no longer chase the things they value. But do not be discouraged by their confusion or judgment. You are not called to conform to this world, but to be set apart. As you embrace this greater reality, you will begin to see my hand at work in ways you never imagined. Doors will open that you never expected. Opportunities will arise that align perfectly with your purpose. And through it all, you will feel my presence, guiding, strengthening, and loving you every step of the way. This is the reality of transformation, stepping out of the temporary shadows and into the eternal light. You are not just living, you are becoming. You are not just existing, you are thriving. As you continue on this journey, you will discover that the life I have for you is far greater, far more prosperous, and far more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. Step forward, my beloved. The greater reality awaits you. You are ready. As you continue this transformation journey, my beloved, remember that your life carries significance beyond what you can see. Every step you take, every decision you make, and every act of faith creates ripples that extend far beyond your immediate circumstances. You were not created to pass through this life unnoticed simply. You were created to leave a legacy, a mark that testifies to my goodness and glory. The choices you make today matter, not only for your life but for the lives of those around you. Your obedience to my calling is not a solitary act but a thread in the grand tapestry of my eternal plan. The seeds you plant through your faithfulness, seeds of love, kindness, and truth, will bear fruit that others will harvest long after you have moved forward. Do not underestimate the power of your influence, my child. The words you speak, the actions you take, and the love you show have the potential to change hearts, heal wounds, and point others toward me. You may not always see the full impact of your obedience in this life, but trust that nothing you do in my name will ever be wasted. You are part of something far more significant than yourself. The legacy you leave is not built on material possessions or worldly achievements, but on the lives you touch, the hope you inspire, and the faith you share. It is built on the moments when you chose to follow me, even when it was difficult, and when you extended grace and love to those who needed it most. But to leave this legacy, you must remain focused on what truly matters. The world will try to distract you with its fleeting promises, success, wealth, recognition. These things may glitter, but they cannot last. The treasures of this earth will fade, but the impact of a life lived for my kingdom will endure forever. Look at the world around you. So many are searching, longing for meaning, and trapped in a cycle of despair. You have the truth they need, the light they are desperate to see. Will you share it? Will you allow me to use your life as a beacon of hope for others? Your legacy is not about perfection. It is about faithfulness. It is about showing up each day with a heart willing to serve, a spirit open to my guidance, and a desire to reflect my love. You may sometimes feel inadequate, but remember, I do not call the equipped. I equip the called. Trust in me, and I will provide you with everything you need to fulfill the purpose I have placed on your life. Do not grow weary, my beloved. The work you are doing has eternal significance. Keep planting seeds, walking in obedience, and trusting that I am using you in ways far beyond what you can imagine. Your legacy is secure in me, and it will echo throughout eternity. The time has come, my beloved, to make a choice. Your journey is one of transformation, but transformation requires commitment. You cannot move forward while clinging to the past and fully embrace what I have for you until you are willing to say farewell to what holds you back. This farewell is not a loss, but a declaration of freedom. It is a final goodbye to the chains that have bound you, the fear, the doubt, the need for control. It is a farewell to the distractions that have pulled you away from my presence and the habits that have dulled your spirit. These things have no place in the life I am calling you to live. Take this moment to examine your heart. What are you holding on to that you need to release? Is it a relationship that is pulling you away from me? A dream or goal rooted in earthly desires rather than my will? A fear of the unknown that keeps you from stepping out in faith? Whatever it is, my child, lay it down, surrender it to me, and I will replace it with something more significant. This is a pivotal moment, a threshold between the life you have known and the life I have prepared for you. The world may not understand this farewell. Some may question your choices, while others try to pull you back into the familiar. But remember, you are not living for their approval. You are living for me. The road ahead will not always be easy, but it will be filled with purpose. There will be moments of challenge, but they will refine you. There will be moments of uncertainty, but they will teach you to trust me more deeply. And there will be moments of joy that will remind you why you chose to follow me in the first place. I am with you every step of the way. When the path feels unclear, I will guide you. When the burden feels heavy, I will carry it for you. When the storms rage around you, I will be your refuge. You are never alone, my child. My presence goes before you, surrounds you, and strengthens you. As you step forward, do so with confidence. Let this farewell be your declaration of trust in me, your commitment to the path I have set before you. You are not saying goodbye to what is valuable. You are stepping into what is eternal. Remember, my beloved, this is not the end. It is the beginning filled with hope, purpose, and the promise of a life lived in the fullness of my love. Say farewell to the old and embrace the new. You are ready. Step forward with courage and watch as I transform everything for my glory and your good. This is your moment, your calling, your destiny. Trust in me and let us walk this path together. The time is now, my child. The time is now. As you stand at the edge of this new chapter, my beloved, know you are not walking this path alone. You are part of something much more significant than yourself. A community of faith, a family bound together by love, purpose, and the calling I have placed on each of your lives. You are not isolated in your struggles or victories. You are deeply connected to others who are also answering this call. Lean into this community, for it will be a source of strength in the days ahead. Surround yourself with those who encourage you to stay faithful, remind you of my promises, and walk you through life's joys and challenges. In unity, there is power, and in shared faith, there is unshakable hope. The journey you embark on is not one of solitude but of partnership with me and those I have placed in your life. Just as you will draw strength from them, so too will they draw strength from you. Your testimony, faith, and courage to step forward will inspire others to do the same. Together, you will reflect my love to a world in need, shining brightly as lights in the darkness. As you move forward, do not underestimate the importance of community. Build relationships rooted in truth and love. Encourage one another, pray for one another, and bear one another's burdens. In doing so, you will fulfill the law of Christ and strengthen the bonds that unite you. But beyond your immediate circle, my child, countless others need to hear the message you carry. Share the truth with boldness, knowing I will guide your words and prepare the hearts of those who listen to them. Do not be discouraged if you do not see immediate results. Trust that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet understand. You are part of a mission that spans eternity, and your role is significant. Every act of love, every moment of obedience, and every step of faith contribute to a greater purpose. TASA, a community of believers, you are advancing my kingdom, one heart at a time. So take courage, my child. You are not alone. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, a family of faith, and the unwavering presence of my Spirit. Together, you will walk this path, and together, you will see my glory revealed. As we draw to the close of this message, I want you to lift your eyes and see the horizon of eternity that awaits you. Everything you have been called to do, every step you have taken in obedience, leads to something far more significant than you can imagine. My beloved, this journey is not simply about what you are leaving behind, but the promise of what lies ahead. Fulfilling my promises is not an abstract hope, but a tangible reality. I have prepared a place for you, a home where sorrow is no more, joy flows unceasingly, and my presence fills every corner of your being. This is the inheritance I have set aside for you, a treasure that no thief can steal and no moth can destroy. But this promise is not only for the future, it begins now. Walking in faith, surrender, and purpose, you will experience glimpses of heaven on earth. You will feel my peace that surpasses all understanding, a joy that cannot be shaken, and a love that fills every void in your heart. This is the foretaste of the eternity that awaits you, a life lived in the fullness of my presence. The days ahead will not always be easy. There will be trials that test your resolve and moments that challenge your faith. But remember this, I am with you, and I am for you. Nothing you face is beyond my power, and nothing can separate you from my love. Take comfort in the fact that every sacrifice you make, every act of obedience, and every moment of trust is not in vain. These are the building blocks of an eternal legacy, a life that reflects my glory and points others toward me. What you are doing matters, both now and forever. The farewell you have embraced is not an end but a beginning. It is the shedding of the temporary to embrace the eternal. It is the release of the lesser to receive the more significant. And it is the letting go of fear to step into a life of faith, hope, and love. My child, you are ready. The time has come to step fully into your purpose, to walk boldly in the path I have set before you, and to trust that I am leading you to something extraordinary. You were created for this moment, and everything you have experienced has prepared you for what lies ahead. So move forward confidently, knowing that my promises are sure, my plans are good, and my love for you is unending. The journey is not over. It is only beginning, and at the end of it all, You will hear the words you have longed to hear. Well done, good and faithful servant. Step into this new chapter with courage, my beloved. The eternal promise of fulfillment awaits you. Let go of the old, embrace the latest, and trust that I am with you now and forever. The time is now, the kingdom is near, and you are ready.